We got the Beyond the Veil remixes, Seven Lions' debut album, the remix pack though. We've got some stacked names. So ladies and gentlemen, get your high YouTubes, get your high chats, high moms out of the way. If that's something you want to do. If the moms are somehow watching, my business email is in my channel description. So feel free to reach out for business inquiries. First remix, we've got Stop Thinking, Midas remix. The top of the remix album, very stacked. We've got Midas, we've got AU5, we got Trivecta, back to back to back. So, what do you say we buckle up? Let's get on to good old Midas remix here. Very atmospheric. Very similar to the Only Now remix. That like one key that just played. Nice percussion there in the back. Oh my god. Okay. Massive jump in energy. It's nice though. Alright, we're getting a drop. Yeah, dude. It's nice. Okay, I thought we were maybe getting like a little second half there. Yeah. It's nice. Wish it took a little bit more risk there, but overall, sounded very nice, so I'll take it, dude. Think I prefer the original so far, but interested to see what drop 2 brings. Love that like sort of vocal chop that plays in the back there. Thought we were maybe getting a higher energy there. We're kind of just stripping it down. Alright, drop 2. Nice little fake out. Alright. Nice little outro sequence. Alright, dude. I'd say that's a pretty nice start. What do we think about that one? Overall, felt pretty good. Very similar to the Only Now remix that he did, where kind of just completely strips the elements. Kind of strips the elements away. Very vocal driven. Yeah. Beautiful sort of atmospheres. Will say, if I had to do a little nitpicking, feel like the drop definitely could have taken a little bit more risk. I think adding some fills definitely could have been beneficial. Switching up, not necessarily like switching up the melodies, but I think definitely a different second drop would have been nice as well. But overall, it's nice. I mean, it's Midas and it's pretty much Midas in full flow. Very similar to the Only Now remix, which is Only Now remix is pretty damn good, if you ask me. So I think a 7.5 is a fair rating. As mentioned before, kind of just wish a little bit more elements in those drops to kind of spice things up and make things interesting. But sound design was on point, and yeah, overall pretty nice tune. So yeah, 9 seems like we're getting some conflicting ratings. We got some 7. I feel like it's either everyone's kind of on par with that mid 7, 8, or people are rating it like 9. 7.5, it's an 8 for me. Yeah, I think that's about on par. I generally the tracks that sound really nice, but are kind of slightly lacking in the ideas department generally get about a 7.5 for me, but the verses were great and the sound design was great. So it's hard to really complain about that. So yeah, 7.5 from me. And yeah, I think why don't we just get right on to the next one here? We've got Call on Me, AU5 remix. Call on Me, probably easily my favorite tune on Beyond the Veil. So yeah, we'll see how AU5 switches it up, which there's one artist that could genuinely do something with it. It's probably him. So 3 minute 36 second, little shorter tune from AU5. Very pretty as well. The guitars, dude. What? Beautiful, dude.
Just know that you can call me as you go.
Great percussion too. What? Oh, the vocals on that. Dude. Yeah, that drop gets an approval from me, dude. Oh. Is this like a... Okay, kind of a little first time sort of instrumental section. That's going up. Oh, it even has the drum pattern. Bro, what the fuck? What? What the fuck, dude? That was incredible, dude. No, dude, that's it? Oh, no. I just want... Oh, I thought there was going to be a third drop there. Damn, dude. Nah, hold up. That fucking lead, man. And then the drum pattern from the original. That's probably the best remix I'll hear this year. I'm gonna be straight up fucking honest. That's probably the best remix I'm gonna hear this year. That's probably the blank Walk Me Home of this year. I was sitting here thinking, because I was normally when it comes to songs I absolutely love and when the remixes get done, it's very rare that it matches up to the original. That's fucking really good. Ideas wise, tons of fills to keep it interesting, unique drum patterns. The lead, dude. And like, Okay, I'm gonna keep talking about the massive melodic drop, but can we also mention like the sort of minimalist style section too? Like, and then the vocals? Nah, fuck off, dude. Fuck off. What a dirty track, man. How are you just gonna fucking drop that shit like that? That deserved to be a single. Damn, dude. That's probably the best remix I'm gonna hear this year. Straight up. Straight up, dude. That's the best remix I'm gonna hear this year. I know Trivecta's next. Like, what the fuck? How do you beat that? How do you beat that? Super original. Fantastic sound design. Keeps what was great about the original while switching it up and making things interesting as well. That's a 9.75. 9.75 out of 10. I don't think I've ever heard a song and rated it 10 out of 10 on the first listen, because normally the 10 out of 10s are the ones that like grow on me over time. So you'll probably never get a 10 out of 10 from me on first listen, but that's about as good as it's gonna get, man. Holy shit, what a fucking remix, dude. That's probably gonna, like, there's one remix every year that stands out above the rest. 2020, Leave It All Behind Nurko remix. Or we can even go back to 2019. 2019, Mazzari Home remix. 2020, Leave It All Behind Nurko remix. 2021, Remedy Roy Knox remix. 2022, Walk Me Home Blank remix. This is gonna probably be the upper echelon of remixes this year. God damn, dude. I don't think you guys hyped that up enough. That has potential to be better than the original. I'm gonna say it straight up. And that the original was my favorite song last year. As mentioned before, we got the back three back. We've got Trivecta remixing Between now. As if the remix pack couldn't get better enough. Let's throw fucking Trivecta in the mix. All right. What do you got for me, buddy? Let's go. 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Really great fucking lead. Very Trivecta. Alright, we're already getting into it. Not much of a story. Uh-oh. Okay. Just kind of built into the chorus. It's unique. I don't mind it. Definitely could get used to that. Alright, what the fuck are we getting, dude? Oh, gross! Love the fills, man. Alright, dude. Nice. Are we getting some dark shit? Some wibbly wobblers? I don't even think that makes sense. Love like the vocal chops kind of in that. Alright, dude. Very reminiscent of Ashes to Love for me so far. Are we going straight to the third drop too? Dude, Trivecta is doing some crazy shit, bro. Are we getting Psytrance? If it's Psytrance, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. What the fuck? Okay. All right. Love that lead there too. Yeah, dude. That was dope. I don't think it beats the AU5 remix, but it's a pretty damn good remix. I ain't gonna lie. Some nice little the lead in there in the intro and then in that outro as well. Sort of folky Trivecta lead. Classic stuff. Definitely some great. I love that, like the verses, especially leading up into. It was like that huge buildup, and then it kind of just dropped the energy into the chorus. That was unique. That's gonna take some time to get used to, but appreciate that. Was pretty nice. And then yeah, I mean the drops kind of sell the show. First drop, some classic Trivecta, very Ashes to Love reminiscent, just a very huge sound. Brings the fills. The fills were fantastic, super unique. Kind of wish we got a little bit more out of that idea. You know, maybe like a Trivecta-y sort of lead ARPs kind of sound really could have sold that for me. But overall, still really good. Second and third drops, Trivecta obviously taking some huge risks. Yeah, second drop kind of going for this like more wobbly space-based kind of sound. Sound design was pretty dope on that too. And yeah, third drop kind of goes for like more of a sort of dubstep-y sort of sound, man. Like he's taking some risks, dude. I gotta give Trivecta his credit, man. Taking some chances, doing some cool things, and it's all you can really ask in this scene, dude. Lots of stuff starting to kind of blend together a little bit. You know, seeing guys take some risk and creating some cool stuff, man. That's always great. So, yeah, definitely a good remix for sure. I think on first listen, I'll give that like a 9. 9 on first listen. I think the big thing for me was just I wanted a little bit more out of that melodic drop, man. Because, you know, when artists switch things up, switch up completely from their sound, I dig it, dude. It's different. But when they go to their bread and butter, dude, I want that top quality stuff. So the first drop was the one that kind of had me leaving a little bit to be desired, but definitely kind of just plain nitpicking. So yeah, still really good. Easy playlist add. I think that's one that is gonna grow on me over time. Because there was a lot of unique shit that like I wasn't really expecting. So that'll take some time to get used to, but pretty damn good start. So we've got the Miss You remix, 7 Lions and Gem and Tauri. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I've even heard this. I'm pretty sure this came out like months ago. I don't even think I've heard it. So not really in love with the sort of deep house vibe that Gem and Tauri go for. It's just not really the deep house thing is not really in my sound. So yeah, kind of just didn't really bother to listen to it. Guess we'll listen to it for the first time and see what we think. So
making me feel so alone.
It's a little loud.
I'm a ghost. Why you sitting
Nice percussion.
there on your
I mean, 7 Lions is on this track. Like,
you ain't there, what if I
you gotta expect it's gonna sound really nice.
I
I mean, it keeps the vibe of the original. I honestly don't really remember what the original sounds like, but I mean, there's the 7 Lions mixing right there. You can hear it, dude. Low-key digging it so far, man. I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of nice. But I mean, that's what happens when a track's mixed well. It's kind of hard for me to hate it.
Would you change your mind?
I mean, it's not my sound I listen to, but like, it's not bad, man. Very reminiscent of the original, kind of keeps the flavor of it. Nice percussion. It's not bad, dude, to be honest. The melody keeps it, the melody brings it up. And the mixing, obviously. Nice percussion, too. Like that's the thing. Like, if 7 lines is gonna be on it, you know it's gonna be fucking mixed amazingly. Alright. If I'm gonna make a guess, probably the same as the first drop. Yeah, very similar. Feels like the ARP's kind of a little different. Yeah, as I mentioned before, it's just not a sound I really listen to, but it's definitely nice. Alright, I mean, like, it's a melodic bass channel reviewed house. Like, there's not much I can really say that's gonna, like, be different than what you'd expect. Like, it's mixed, the mixing on it is really well. But yeah, just not my flavor. Kind of long for more impact in my music. So, yeah, I mean, for you know, this melodic style house, that's about as good as it's probably gonna get for me. Yeah, and then yeah, just as mentioned before, percussion's really nice, mixing's really well done. Vocals sit in the mix really well. It's gonna get a 6 from me. I mean, the fact that it got over a 5 is pretty impressive. Next up, we've got another Stop Thinking remix. This time we've got I'm just gonna say the song title again. Stop Thinking Starseed remix. So, as mentioned before, the Starseed song last week with Nina Sung, fucking banger. So, let's see what Starseed does. One of the few artists in the scene where you click on one of their tunes and you have literally no not that no expectations, it's the idea that you have no expectation of what they're gonna do. You have no fucking clue. You can't guess it. They can do any subgenre you can possibly think of, or sometimes even create their own, it seems sometimes. So, I have literally no idea what this is gonna sound like. So, let's find out together.
I'm sorry, I can't find all me.
Little BPM decrease.
All those
The lot of reverb on the vocal. Definitely digging that. Sounds very Starseed so far. Nice little lead in the back, I heard that. Very nice release. I hear the lead in the back there. Okay, dude. Elevated a little bit here. Okay, we get a little bit of a we get a snare. Give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more. I kind of wish it stayed on the 4 on the floor sound with this sound on it, but like I dig the halftime too. It's Starseed, dude. You have no idea what to expect. I actually fucking love that note. I do wish it stayed on the 4 on the floor, though. That would have been so nice. Please do it in the second drop. Little amp and break drum pattern here. Okay, so, again, I have no idea what to expect for this second drop that comes up. Nice, dude. Alright. 4 on the floor. It's nice. Yes, I was gonna say elevate that sound a little bit. Yup. Give me one more elevation. super unique idea. Yep. Classic Starseed in the outro. That is like their sound through and through. Oh, okay, we're not gonna start that song yet, but yeah, dude. It's Starseed, man. I've mentioned, I might have mentioned this before on the channel. Starseed have very quickly grown on me, their sound. I'm not entirely in love with their old sound. They've had some bangers for sure. Yeah, Starseed have got some bangers. The one that they released with Nina Sung last week, fantastic. And then we got this, man. I feel like they're really starting to find their niche in the melodic sound. I think the big thing is that they're making their drops a lot more, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's a lot less unique, if I can say, but I think it's a good thing, because like I think the big thing was a lot of the times I wouldn't really be into so much of their songs because it was like so unique. I was like, I don't know if I can really dig this. They've kind of toned down the uniqueness a little bit. Well, I mean, the songs are still super unique, but definitely have that more familiarity is the word I'm thinking of. The familiarity that can keep you listening to it, you know, again and again. But I mean, they're one of the best producers in the game right now in terms of quality. Their sounds are always fantastic. So loved like the sort of 4 on the floor feel they went both times, and then diving into that halftime. If there's one nitpick I could make, I really would have loved if they would have went with that the sound in the halftime, but just with a 4 on the floor drum pattern, dude. I would have fucked with that shit so hard. But outside of that, man, small nitpicks, definitely a playlist ad for me for sure. Yeah, I think that's better than the Midas remix, dude. I'm gonna give that I think I'd give that like an 8.25, dude. I genuinely thought that was pretty good. Agree with Aaron. Skip the Falling Fast remix. I mean, we gotta listen to it though, right? Like, there's gonna be, you know that there's gonna be one person that's gonna click on this video and be like, dude, I came here to watch the Blau remix. Why didn't you listen to that? It's gonna happen. Someone's gonna do it. I mean, we gotta listen to it. It's only 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes and 37 seconds. Chances are, if I got you to do something that you didn't like for 3 minutes and 37 seconds, or 3 minutes and 33 seconds, you'd probably do it. I mean, there's a lot of things you couldn't get me to do for 5 seconds, nonetheless, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I'm not sure what I was getting with that point. But you know what? We have to. I'm sorry. I know you guys don't want it. The viewers might drop. We gotta listen to it, man. It's 3 minutes and 33 seconds. Yeah, so next up, Falling Fast, Blau remix. Let's get into it. It's not bad, dude, so far. I kind of wish it kept the lead that it had in the build up there. I actually really like the lead. Kind of switched more to this like bouncy sort of lead. All right, drop 2. It's the same thing. Elevates the sound a little bit. Nice chords. Yeah, I agree with Will's comment. I think the sound design could have carried the idea a little bit, but I think when you've got like not the greatest, most inspiring idea with some alright sound design, not entirely something I'm gonna be digging. But is it gonna be the same drop in the third one too? Fake out? Come on, man. I feel like you gotta switch it up. Yeah. As mentioned before with the Gem and Tauri tune, House is not our thing on this channel. We do bass house, obviously, but sort of melodic-y style, deeper style house, not really a thing that we listen to. Yeah, I don't know. Just kind of felt a little bland at times. Somewhat repetitive with the melody and whatnot. I really loved the lead in the first build-up, and I kind of wish he kept that throughout the track, and we just didn't really get that throughout it. So, yeah, I don't know. And personally, it's just not my flavor. I'm sure you can find someone that'll dig that sort of, you know, melodic-y, deep style house, but it's just not for me. I give that like a 4. Could have benefited from some more inspiring elements and interesting ideas, but or maybe different drops could have elevated the idea as well, but it kind of just feels very similar in drops 1, 2, and 3. So I think 4 is a fair rating, if you ask me. I don't think this song was bad because of a house. Yeah, it was just kind of bland. That's really that's like the big word that I have for it. Just like there's not really anything that is inspirational or creatively brilliant in any sort of way. But yeah, just not for me. On a lighter note, Kompany. He's making his second appearance on Ophelia. Oh no, his third appearance on Ophelia. Regardless of whether it's his first, second, third, fourth, yada yada yada, we've got him remixing every time. So let's see what we got. We might get some melodic Kompany. We might get some, you know, just classic Kompany, just like fucking dirty Britam. But let's see. Can it be better than the original? Every time there's a dubstep producer, I always have to turn the volume down because their mixes are like way louder. Very minimalist so far, don't mind it. That's fucking loud. Alright, I need to get ready. Okay, I know people are gonna say it's basic, but in dubstep, all you need is some sound design for me, man. Ooh, that section is right there at the end with the melody. All right. Okay, did not expect that. Elevated a little bit. Okay, yep. Kind of wish there was a little bit more in that psytrance drop. Still dope. Yeah, first drop, it's just straight up Kompany in full flow. Have not got melodic Kompany, which I thought we would have got a little earlier on. Maybe in the third drop. Not sure. Don't spoil it if it is, but I wish there was a little bit more in these verses, though. They're minimalist, which I don't mind. I just would like something that kind of draws a little bit more interest. But I mean, obviously, with the dubstep producers, you know that the drops are the highlights. Alright, fuck me. Very similar to the first drop. Yeah. Alright. Not bad. Alright. Yeah, dude. That was pretty nice. Drops 1 and 3. Just Kompany in full flow. Get a little nice psytrance switch up in there. I wish a little bit. It was a little minimalist. dropped in the first half kind of picked up towards the second half. What I've loved was the second half of the Psytrance drop be the first half, and then the second half kind of builds on that sound. But yeah, I thought it was dope. The drops were great. Kind of wish that drop 3 kind of switched up a little bit, felt very similar to the first one, but there's nothing inherently wrong with that. And just one more nitpick, just wish that there was a little bit more going on in those verses to draw the interest a little bit. Great for a DJ set, dude. Holy shit. You go into that first drop right into the second one. Yeah, that would fuck at a live show. Outside of that, I think it was pretty good. Definitely one of the better remixes for sure. I wasn't blown away or anything, but Kompany did a pretty damn good job if you ask me. I think 7.25 is a fair rating. There was lots I loved, some things that I definitely feel could have been improved on, but overall, I think that was definitely, like, I'm gonna add that to the playlist. This feels like it should be a little bit lower, but yeah, so we'll add. So far we've got 5 playlist ads out of 7, which I'd say is a pretty good for a remix pack. So saw like a piece of fucking fluff float across the screen. I don't know what that was, but yeah, we have got Someday, Remnant.exe remix. Lytron is gassing the shit out of this one. Erlin is as well. So let's see. I love the original. So let's see if it elevates the original.
Trapped in disbelief.
Hear a little bit of bit crusher on the vocals. Verses aren't bad. Nice percussion. A little quiet. Like I think the sound design's nice. I feel like the idea's kind of all over the place. I just feel like not enough is going on in the verses to really catch my interest. All right, drop 2. Like, I like the melodic sound. I kind of wish it was there a little bit more. Yeah, like, I think the big thing for me is the ideas, like, don't really feel cohesive. Yeah. Not bad. Yeah, I don't know. I've just never really been too crazy on Remnant.exe's sound. I've heard a couple of his songs now. And the sound just like doesn't really click with me, I guess. I think the big nitpick for me is it just felt like while the sound designs and the basses were nice, it just felt like a sound design experiment, if I can put it in those words. Like the sound design and the basses were really nice, but like the ideas didn't really blend together and like have this sense of cohesion. It felt like, you know, for the first, like, we were headed to one idea and then, like, kind of just, like, shift to another one. Definitely unique for sure. It's just, I think if anyone's watched the channel long enough, do love a little bit of familiarity in my tracks for sure. I think the big thing for me is a little bit of familiarity, a little bit of unique nature in the tracks. Can definitely see people enjoying that one. Obviously, a lot of the chat's enjoying that one. I can see it for sure. Yeah, just not my flavor. But I think 6 is a fair rating again. Actually, I think more of like a 5.5 to be honest. Yeah. I don't know if I'd necessarily return to it or anything, but next up, we have got our second last remix of the pack. The only artist I don't think I've ever heard a song from before. Oddly Godly. Falling Fast. Have not heard Oddly Godly before. Someone's saying Oddly Godly is trap, so interested to see what we'll get. So
I've got twisted. It
very reminiscent of the old one, kind of keeps the flavor. Unique sounds in the back. Love the snare. Oh my god. Very Sultan. That snare is fucking disgusting. Yeah, not my flavor of sound, but like surprisingly enjoyed that. Don't know if we're like in playlist ad territory yet, but sound design was on point for sure. Mixing brought the flavor. You can hear the riser. What are we getting drop to? Ooh. The syncopation in that melody there. Yeah, okay, you know what? That's better than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't, when you guys were saying trap, I was like, I don't know how much I'm gonna enjoy that. That wasn't bad, dude. That's definitely better than I thought it was gonna be. Alright. Yeah, right off the bat, definitely sound design was on point. The mixing was fantastic in those drops. Very Sultan, as someone mentioned in the chat earlier, like Xena by Skrillex. Very sort of that style, with the sort of Middle Eastern style percussion. Like snary type of drop, I guess. Wish that the verses had a little bit more. Like the verses definitely had like something going for them and like some unique aspects in the percussion or in the verse production and whatnot. Kind of wish it did a little bit more. Kind of the same sort of critique with both the Every Time Kompany remix and the Someday Remnant remix. I feel like could just benefit from, you know, with the vocals and whatnot. I feel like you can play into melody a little bit more, play into the vocals. I feel like a lot of these later remixes, it feels like an original song that they had and just kind of slapped the vocals on it. Like there's no real sort of melody and interplay with the vocals, which is what I think makes melodic dubstep so great. But yeah, overall thought it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Just not really huge on that sort of trappy style sound, but there are some pretty damn good elements in that track that had me sold for sure. I think that's like a 6.5 out of 10 if I had to give it a rating. Surprisingly enjoyed it. For trap, that's about as high as it's gonna get, so take your rating. And yeah, not bad. I'm sure some trap fans are loving that one, or breakbeat as some people in the chat are mentioning. So all right, Far Out, Beyond the Veil remix. Last remix of the pack. Let's hop into it. 3 minutes, 55 seconds. Okay. We're already hopping into it. Love Far Out basses, man. He's been doing a lot more house lately, too. I've noticed that. Nice, like, sort of lead in the back there. That's engaging. It's nice so far, dude. I feel like I'm gonna dig this, dude. It's gonna go up a little bit. Let's go. Yeah, dude, that's nice. It's just Far Out sound design, dude. Sells it every time. Ooh. Nice addition of the lead. Kinda goes on a little long, but All right. Getting like one drop, and then we kind of go into the outro sequence. Let's go. Yeah, that's dope, man. Probably one of my favorite iterations of Far Out House so far. All right, dude. Pretty keeps it simple, keeps it fun. Yeah, dude. It's like literally just Far Out House in full flow. Far Out sound design is like never a miss ever. Yeah, I think a lot of people in the chat have it down. I think the big thing with this one that's keeping it back, and with a lot of Far Out tracks, it tends to be this way too. Could benefit from a little bit of innovation, some fills, some ARPs, some cool things. Like when the lead came in the second half, that was great. Felt it overstayed its welcome just a tad. But outside of that, man, really great tune here by Far Out. Far Out House is awesome. What was that song he did on Enhanced? The house song that he did recently. It's up there with that. That's one of my favorite Far Out songs. Stay With Me. Far Out, Stay With Me, with Nikhil Prakash and CC Mix. That song is a fucking banger, dude. What do we want to give that? I think that's probably like just a good. I think I gave the last Far Out track we listened to, the last Far Out House track we listened to, I think we gave it a flat 8. This is a flat 8, dude. Definitely better than the original. Wasn't too hyped on the original. Initially. Still really haven't gotten into it that much. I think this definitely elevates it for sure. And that's the remix pack. What do we think of a little bit of final thoughts? I think it's got a little bit of something for everybody. Obviously, you know, the first 3 you're going to get your melodic bass in there. The AU5 remix was fucking ridiculous. And yeah, a little bit of something for everybody. Tons of unique sounds on display. Yeah, overall pretty solid. If I had to I don't know if it's one of the best remix packs I've ever heard. Wild Youth remix pack is probably never going to be beat ever. Just comparing it to the first remix pack that comes to my mind. But yeah, at least we had an absolute banger of a remix with AU5. So, and Trivecta was pretty awesome as well. So